Game 2 is upon us. We head into the highest of views. So much so, we have the bird's eye view from above. And B will be Roos in blood and Roos in name. In the green on the south side, he takes to a formidable sieve deep in the forest. But even deeper, through the tree lines, on the cliffs, and in the vibrant olive troves that wait on the other side, it is going to be Wham on the Byzantines. The Canadian needs this. You can't afford to go 2-0 down against a wild card like B. So let's see if he can draw it back as we head into Pigeon's View. Welcome back, one and all, for a caster game. Semi-finals showdown coming in between B and Wham. And, well, at this point, I think actually Wham might have a bit of shell shock after that first game. B did not hold anything back as he blasted him out pre-15 minutes. What's the difference between Pigeon's View and High View? Maps are the same. They are absolutely not the same. So we have got our trade post in the center, double sacred site only, and then the boars are also situated central. I haven't loaded High View in a while, but I'm pretty sure it still has the corner trade points. We literally commissioned this map because the devs wouldn't do what needed to be done quick enough. Like, they literally had years to fix High View and they never did. Because High View always suffered from too much wood, corner trade, and impossible sacred site placements to get a win condition. So we decided to fix all those problems. Slightly less trees, and also key objectives that can actually be achieved. And wait, what? We're getting a Roos Dark Age rush. B, the irony coursing through his veins after Wham attempted to Dark Age rush him in game number 1 with the Sengoku. He now looks to teach him how to do it the right way. It's a good spawn for it as well. Are you kidding me? Gold berries forward, guys. That's rough. And he's going to creep around the back, what, towards the stone, I guess? Looks like it. Wham has also been greedy about this. I don't think he was expecting this at all. Yeesh. That's pretty brutal. Yeah, the reason I don't think he expected it is, like, you've gone double on stone. You just don't expect Roos to Dark Age rush you, but he did just arrive. Yeah, I don't think B knew exactly where the gold is, but now you can spring into action. System's coming up. It's not there yet, so you can't even activate Akrotoy. Wham has got the gold necessary, though, so you can easily back off now. Dev's changed it. It's actually a carbon copy.
No.
I think I was talking with, like, I'm pretty sure I talked to Caillou about this a while ago. And, like, a few people tested spawns to the maps, and Pigeon's View still seemed to be better. So unless something's changed in, like, the last month or two. Oh, also, for the record, I did not request for it to be equal Pigeon's View. That was Caillou's choice. Like, we're definitely not that narcissistic. I was like, sure, though. That's fine. Grand Winery now come online. I mean, this is rough, right? Like, it's expensive, but you theoretically could Wooden Fortress Rush. What do you mean, right? I didn't tell him to name it at that. But, okay, guys. If that was the case, why wouldn't I just have him call every map Pigeon? Like, Pigeon's Alopecia, for example. How did we do on Sheeple, actually? Because that's the weird thing. B's build means he didn't get additional scouts. So his sheep haul isn't going to be crazy. Yeah, so 12 sheep to 12. 50-50. Which, considering Wham's history on my caster games, bless him, he should be happy with that. So now the question is, like, did B actually get enough out of this? He's gonna. Wait a second. Is that a Kremlin? That's a Kremlin rush. I don't know if this is just a wooden fortress, guys. This might actually be the Kremlin, but 3 villages would be ambitious. Oh, he's already got 5. Oh my god, this is a Kremlin rush. And the outpost! Well, no. Oh my god, he cancels it. The Spinman come in, though. Akrotoy's already been activated. What the hell? No, he's gonna do him. He's getting ready to nut. It's going to be a wooden fortress. What? And Akrotoy has already been burnt out. Just 5 seconds left on it. Absolute disaster of a game for Wham. There's no stopping it. The wooden fortress equal inevitability. B does lack wood to allow him to set up a hunting cabin, though. But remember, it's deer gathering, so you can buy time while you now just address that with the wood line at home. This is ridiculous. It's been a while since I've seen someone try this. I think the last time it was ironically a Wham game as well. That was Recon attempting it, but I think he was maybe just a little bit overly aggressive with his approach, and it backfired. I think B has done this correctly. He's got 5 spears, has the outpost right next to the hunting cabin. He's got food very close by. Also gets a bit of gold gen off of the fact that he's got stealth forest so close to him. I mean, what's not to like about this? Golden Gate now on the way. So, no olive oil, no bueno. He's good. Wait, is he actually going to try to creep the west side? It looks like it. Easier said than done. He is going to be forced to produce into archers. But you guys are arguing about who gets good and bad spawns. Okay, the fact is, like, everyone in life remembers remembers the bad things that happen to them more than the good. For real. We meme about Marine Lord spawns, but I've seen plenty of players that just get outrageous spawns. And also, there is an argument that depending on your build and your strategy, your spawn and how good it is a subjective detail. If you are a more aggressive player, then, you know, your X resource being in Y position is going to seem bad compared to if you were a defensive player. So many elements of it. I think, like, if there was one player that comes to mind, and I think part of it is also biasly informed by, I notice he flags it a lot of the devs. It's like Wham getting 4 sheep is like a meme that we've sadly come to expect. But then, like, on the flip side, I still remember Wham winning a game because Dumu got 4 sheep in a mirror years ago. Right? So, like, once again, it's the bias of, like, the bad that informs it. So, how close on the deer? This is still fine for B. It will become problematic eventually because he pulled 8 villages to this location. And there's only so much food and range. But you can go into the berries as well with the Wooden Fortress that close. Presumably he's going to be going stables? Yeah, stables coming through now. Because your opponents had to go archers. Like, normally you have olive oil income and you just go spearmen and then you add in your lombos or your javelins. You can't do that here. It's really, really frustrating actually for Wham. He has to waste resources building a full army, which essentially takes away the biggest advantage Byzantines has pre-10 minutes, which is unit diversity achieved with very little effort. Yeah, like, I mean, guys, take it from a seasoned veteran of competitive games. You know, when I get, like, I like playing a competitive FPS, I get shot. I'm like, stupid servers. Got to be close to that other player. Clearly, I had a lag spike. Still got 4 spears left. Double night queue. Did he go? Yeah, double stable. Ooh, ooh, this is going to be spicy. Berries are being gabbed by Wham. And, yo, what? Sipahi time. Is he expecting archers? I don't think he's expecting knight spears. I mean, you've already got archers deal with the enemy spears. He could follow up archer knight. It is the most logical comp Roos would go. But I think the other idea here for Wham is less about fighting directly. This is now his raider. On a map like High View and Pigeon View, it's very hard to always be safe, right? It's so easy to get ambushed out of these stealth forests. So I think that's the idea maybe for Wham. Is between defenses, he can just go on the offensive. It would be a good idea as well. Creating that distraction key, considering it looks like the goal is to achieve Castle Age. Easier said than done with this gold location, though. So much food in this area, man. The second deer pack behind this. This is why Byzantines can feel a little bit questionable at times on this map. You know, the deer detail is not really something you ever particularly want to leverage. Nice, just having a poke at it. Lack of vision here. I mean, Wham hasn't invested in an outpost at all. That's the difference of the archer cost, though. Like, you'd normally just say outpost is fine. You can't really justify it as easily. Especially when you have to do this instead. It's going to be a Kira Siphon build. Free supply for 150 oil, and there's 150 each, so 450. 450 oil for free supply. It's still a pretty good deal. Knights. Now diving pot. Oh, wait. No, wait. The space! Oh, Nani? He thinks he's going to be allowed to do it. Nah, he has to cancel a second time. What on earth just happened there? Wham. I mean, this is the problem again. Without an outpost here, he has to leave his spearmen nearby or get screwed. B now switching into archers. Lacking in the spear count will be problematic if the Sipahi spam continues from Wham, though. He also has got the backup berries he could try to creep to, but that will not be an unnoticed detail. And here are Siphons coming in. He's like, okay, if he's going to stop one, what does he do about two? That was over-ambitious from B. Yeah, he's adding in more spears. He's aware. Did you see how Wham got stripped of his timing, though? The macro looked like it was very clearly intended for Castle. And then it has to shift all back into production. Either that or he was accidentally floating. Here, Siphon's going to be able to move in. Now, remember, the burn is weird and tricky. It can actually hit entities other than just buildings. So if you position your workers wrong, they will instantly get blitzed by flames, which does make sense. If you've ever set someone on fire, they do die very fast. Do not set people on fire. Spears getting cleared fairly fast. Sipahi, decent amount left alive here. Goes to the burn through, and B, slow to pull away. We'll just run for the high hills now. He got forced into quite the engagement there. The Knights had to stand their ground for a lot of that fight. Wham! This is going to be good for him. The Sipahi, he held onto the fortitude. He's got that attack speed juice, so just needs to keep vision. Knights coming across to assist. There's no spearman to truly threaten here, though. But it will deter him from chasing further. Turns around onto the archers, look to win the main fight instead. Wham says, I am not dead yet. That was one hell of a counteroffensive. And a critically necessary one at this stage. Cost him a lot of spears to burn through. Has left him more reliant on archers. Which is a bit worrisome considering B's comp is Knight Archer now. This had to work, guys. Like, this is such an expensive investment. 520 resources in these weapons here. If he didn't take down that outpost, he would have been miles behind practically dead. Gets that second win. Knights may be overly ambitious. They're not French Knights. They can't heal between fights. They will get rid of the hero siphons, but like, what the siphons really going to do at this stage? Yeah, they've pretty much achieved their objective, right? So unless he'd been scattering out hunting cabins, which he's done a little bit of, but not to an extreme, I don't think there was that much urgency to snipe them out. He probably just thought it was going to be a freebie and then back away. We'll just get rid of them. Wham does have that outpost hunkered down now with the arrow slits coming through. Not really as threatened here anymore. B just continues the Archer Knight trend. Wham, militarily behind. He is playing off the back of Defender's advantage still. And those Knights, I mean, the army value is big for B, right? But when you think about some of those health bars, it's not that big, actually. It's just 1 or 2 stabs away from being even Stevens. We'll keep the lead for now, though. Brute Force has passed. The Knights able to jump on top of the archers. Wham! He thought he could take the trade away from the defenses. Costs him all spearmen. Only archers left alive. So what felt like it could be maybe a fight that goes either way now starts to look like some B dominance. Double on army value. Good positioning being maintained. I mean, the health bars are indeed low on some of these Knights, but there's really not many spearmen to threaten on that detail right now. And maybe just a little bit overzealous from Wham. And also a big question mark over the lack of raiding still. Sipahi are always just fighting. I thought he was going to use them to try and hit the back flanks. Not the case at all. See? Now just going to hop in. looking for a little bit of chip damage here or there. Because remember, like at this stage, the thing that does scare you a little is the system percentile scaling. Upside, of course, is the fact that B just has so much more resource access currently. And, I mean, there's no point really speculating on why B would or wouldn't play Red Bull. I wouldn't be surprised if it's due to the fact that you have to remember Russian people getting out of Russia is very, very difficult. Especially to a country like England. Knights. Hold up. Big commitment here. B just trying to club down the count. I'm trading out against that backline quite well, though. Sipahi, the pseudo front line for him, buys a little bit of time for Limitane. These Knight health bars are not pretty. But it requires pristine positioning and micro, and Wham is... I don't know. I think he's doing a good enough job here. This is dangerous, though. He sneaks out into the berries as he's fighting and somehow gets away with it. Are you kidding me? Not just that. It's a switch on the deer. Look at this man go. This is the dangerous point. Qualifiers are online? Oh, shit. Sure, qualifiers are online, but what's the point in playing qualifier if you can't get a visa? Archers, they're just down the ground. It's do or die, right? He's about to be out of food, so he can't retreat away from here. The Sipahi are drawing attention. Most archers being removed. The Limitani left over and the outpost. Is it going to be enough? Wham. He's probably going to have to sacrifice the archers just to stay here. It's only a single outpost. Arrow slits is on the way, however. Knight's health bars still not looking pretty. This is such a butchering of a game, man. There's no chill pill between these two. Unbridled aggression. B is going to now turn the torches. He's carved him up like a turkey. I mean, Wham, the problem here is like when you're seeing these fights early and going, wow, Wham's kind of holding on. Wow, Wham's kind of holding on. He's holding on in his base. But as you move more and more into neutral territory, that advantage, the defender's advantage, starts to shrink a little. The point is to get prize money? I don't know. I'll say, like, I could understand it from his POV. For all you know, maybe he just doesn't want to be that type of person. Like, well, I got the prize pool money, and now I'm going to forfeit. Because that does suck from a TO perspective. I can speak to that. Man, squeaky bum time in this game, too. Knights now with the knock-on. Looking for that tower, but it's double tower defense. This drastically changes the pen point. It's just a lot more damage being taken when you try to breach here. Now, the good news is every time you do try to, you are idling out Wham's eco. It's not all of his eco. He's still got the berries gathering at the back, and the supply count starting to look a bit better. The problem is, it's come at a high price. Look at his archers. They just don't really exist anymore. Right, he had the archer lead for a little while, right? Was doing good contesting there, but no longer. Wham's no mug. That's true. Because if you're a mug, you need a system. And he's not going to build system the first deal. When was the last time a Byzantine player done that? Sorry, a non-delusional Byzantine player done that. Fortifications in the outpost. Dive underneath. I mean, he'll be able to get the fortifications out. Is it the best of trades? He did get 2 knights for his troubles. I think Wham has to be happy with that. Overall game, not happy, but that little trade there, you're probably content. It looks like Wham is looking for an out in the next stage. He has got a decent number of groves also set up, so kind of surpassing that fragility stage when it comes to his food eco. Sure, he's still got a lot of limited food sources, but when they run out, he'll still have a boon. Meanwhile, for B, we have a grand total of 0 farms. He will run into problems eventually. The time being, though, he's chosen the right moment to go double ball. Before cavalry is started to raid, right? Before we're talking about Castle's cataphracts. Usually this would be a dangerous move, but on Pigeon's view, you've got the abandoned outpost to get vision. And on top of that, I haven't seen Wham use Sipahi to raid once. No. They are... They're just a spearman on horseback in his eyes. For the main fight. Goes in for the contest. Sipahi, activate the forward suit. He gets the Limitane in front of them so they can't be hit. A good idea here to try and burst through the Knights. Wham. Is this the most convincing fight or the most unconvincing? The Knight line has finned. B does back away. But Wham gets burnt down quite a bit too. A 20 military lead now for B. But Golden Horn Tower is coming through. Wham. He needs to just survive this. If he can, handful Limitane with veterancy could be enough to deter a dive. And remember, this is now going to allow him to generate... Oh, wait. Oh, okay. That's a slowdown that you don't want to see. Oops. Wait. Oh, it wasn't in range. I don't think it was in range of the system. So good eyeballs to switch that there, because he hasn't really got the stone to just add in a new one right now. But yeah, the idea here, by the way, spot the Merc House. There's only one. It's over here. He hasn't chosen a contract. This is good here. It means you can get more Sipahi, which is a great idea, considering your opponent has got a 2-to-1 ratio of archers in his army. Wham. Age up complete. Can he afford his veterancy? I think he's just shy, right? No, 125 gold. Yes, low. Yeah, he's fine. Always get that mixed up. So he'll have enough for it, but not for the Limitane is the problem. And he hasn't even queued any upgrade type right now. Just stands his ground for the clash. It's a big melee mosh pit with archers being the cherry on top, and they are going to be a cherry that is a bit too bitter to bite. The health bars on these Knights is atrocious. But the state of the army overall, looking good. B is just going to camp here for a bit. Even starts to burn onto the outpost. Interesting choice, actually. But should have enough burst. And the bigger problem is that Wham has not learned anything. No veterancies. They're finally coming through. He's about to pin a medal on him, but at this rate, it's going to be a participation medal. Scout also scouts the move to the berries and gold. You'll need an outpost here to feel safe. And the villagers on the gold line, they are found. Outpost burnt to a crisp. B, he does what he always does in this situation. Oh, I'm second to castle? Maybe I just won't do it. I see him do this so frequently, and I question it every time, and yet he always seems to make it work in the most convincing of fashions. Oh, wait, the wolves? Shout out to Wham for feeding the wildlife. Those dogs got to eat, yo. All right, -1 worker, but he did at least realize. Unfortunately, we've got bigger problems coming. He has no clue. High Trade House now on the way. It's not going to be the prettiest number, but should be prettier than this. Wham! With the last second wall. Blocks the dive. The Knights inches away from sealing his fate. Ooh. That is enough to make you stick to the chair. And a ball in a sweat and tears. Burn for attempt is going to continue. He's not done yet. Knights do find him on the eastern flank, though. The Wham's walls have saved him from eradication here. But can they deliver him to salvation? Workers move across to the repair. Spearman come in from behind. It looks like he has just enough repair power to stop them from getting in. The second time he keeps the wolves at bay, but now the dive into the base. Archers underneath the TC. More workers dead. Wham, now behind by 13 workers. And B, of course, vetting his army up as we speak. The Knights, they're circling around now to assist. That's the thing. He pulled a lot of Limitane for the Knights. There was nothing left to protect against the dive. And the stack up continues. 19 worker kills in total. B looks like he's in cruise mode on this one. Archers a little bit exposed. Sipahi will get a little bit of a nibble, but the Knights will be there to mirror them. The Archers still not upgraded, means they are feeling a little bit worthless in this vet fight. But the idle time being achieved here, half of Wham's economy is not working. The Knights most definitely are. Are you kidding me? Sipahi cannot hold a candle. In fact, the only candle will be a vigil for their funeral. Archie's still getting good trade outs. Behind this, I wouldn't be surprised to see B dropping a monastery. In fact, it's already down. Well, I'm just shifting more villagers away. He's not ready to throw in the towel. Apparently, 0 military is not a convincing detail. I would say for most, that is an emphatic detail. Especially when you're still losing more workers. Oh, my. Rides out. Doesn't quite see them. That corner is the only thing really keeping Wham in this game right now. Problem is, it does make it a bit predictable where to find you. 50 knights. I mean, this... What is the percentile odds of Wham coming back in this? I don't know if my calculator brings out that many decimal points. It doesn't feel very high. At this point, you kind of wish this was actually a Macedonian Golden Horn Tower. 50-50 Ivory comes back or not. All right, Mahodo, we've got... that is my favorite kind of statistics. Good old Twitch statistics. That's true. He has two options. He can either come back or not. He can either die or not. I'm just struggling to see what like Wham's big comeuppance would be here. I think it legit is just this corner giving him a boon. But yeah, now he's building a second base. Wham is officially corner boy. Oh my god. All right, guys. Can you do this? This is like a European versus challenge. Like, can you forfeit Europe, retreat to a tiny island in the middle of the Pacific, and then come back to rule the world? It all begins with one move. And that move is to a corner. Yeah, it's got a few arbitrary coming together now, but oh god, they're undefended. Okay, guys, you're thinking about it the wrong way. Yeah, Wham doesn't have as much economy, but it means B has more economy that you can kill. Exactly what they're going to try to do. Sipahi do get shivved, though. Knights are wasting time chasing the cataphracts, too. Maybe a little bit of an overreaction there from B. He also hasn't bothered to pick up the relics yet. I'm pretty sure I actually saw... Yeah, the warrior monks with the army, guys. Wait, what? I mean, B knows about that corner. That's the most puzzling part, is like, why is he not going for this? Maybe he just assumes he ate the berries and moved on. B is now trying to Wham's wallet. Okay, come on. If Wham comes back into this, someone's going to eat a shoe. I think B's just like, okay, I'm pretty much in control of this game. I don't need to rush an end state now. I just need to scale. So get relics, insulate my economy, probably set up some farms would be on the agenda, and then wait for things like Boys Fortitude. At which point you can just brute force dive it. The Cata raids are going to get shut down. Wall's going to be fully set up soon. And Wham has... I dare not call this an army. You know, if when the enemy approaches, you immediately retreat, is it an army? Or is it a welcome party? I would deign it a welcome party in that situation. I'm like, oh, come on, I just want the oil, man. That's true. All these arbitrary, it's a French army. It probably will run away. Sorry, French people. But look at me, he's literally running away right now. Sipahi are going to find a few workers on the flank. So does deny the walls going all the way up. But... sure, guys. Out you go. Oh, is he going to try? He's going to try to cheekily get the wall in time. I don't think that's going to work, though. Yeah. No bueno. The other walls are up, by the way. This is the only... Oh, wait, no. This one as well. I think the rest has been done. Yeah, he's fully walled itself already. So at that point, he'll be able to stick all military on the front side. And guys, it's 31 knights. So, what's the good news here? Well, the good news is Game 3 is going to be wacky. You don't know what B's going to pick. So Wham could use that to his advantage. You know, just basically set up your remaining civs on a spin the wheel. And then just fling that thing around and see what comes out. Because if you don't know what B's going to pick, and he doesn't know what you're going to pick, you just got to pray you win the lottery. Because right now, B's hit the jackpot. Looks to burn down the landmarks now. Wait, no, guys. It's a comeback. A mangonel. No, let's respect the limits of a mango tower. One Sapahi to try and bring him back into it, but honestly, like at this point, I don't really think there's much to just stop B from burning all landmarks. Which means B is on course to make another grand final appointment without a single game dropped in this pacing. Yeah, I think he's just blitzing for it now. This Archer mass is big enough to deal with the cataphracts. You maybe lose 1 or 2 knights, but you get a wing con. All right, this is a genius strat by Wham, guys. It's afternoon time in Europe. 3 of the participating players in Grand Finals first day are in Europe. Or depending on where B lives in Russia, he's maybe like Asia or whatever. Wham understands that a very long day is strategically to his benefit, being from NA. I genuinely think that is the only reason this game is still going. I think like for Wham, but part of it is it's really hard to kill someone with landmark victories at this stage in the game, in theory. But with the way B's played this, it just looks trivial, slow, but confirmed. And the Golden Horn Tower is producing. It's just bringing out Sapahi. The problem is Sapahi just dropping like flies. Like, they're just trying to raid, right? So they're never participating. I think for Wham, in hindsight, like the Sapahi idea was cool, but the fact they got forced to defend all the time didn't help the case. GG comes through. B continues the clean streak. One more game, and he will slam dunk himself first to the finals.